Yo, chill crew, welcome back to the channel, man. I appreciate you all being here. I'm Mark Anthony. You already know what it is, at least you should if you're following the channel. For those of you that are new, thank you for kicking it with the chill crew. Now check it out. We got something cool to talk about, man. And I promise you this is cool, right? It's basically I'm giving you something for free, okay? We got more content for Forgive Me Father 2. All right, that's what we're dropping right now is a new Steam code for you all who are watching this video. All you have to do is comment, like, and be subscribed to the channel, and you will be able to enter in to win this Steam key. Now, what this game is, for some of you who may not know, this is a sequel to Forgive Me Father 1, right? Just based off of the weapons you're using, the atmosphere, the goriness, the cool, like everything that's coming over here has been amplified, okay? For some of you all who may not be too familiar with the game overall, Forgive Me Father 2, this guy is basically on a journey, right? Like, I don't know, when we woke up in this like psych ward, I was like, yo, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm tripping, like, we're walking through these hallways, these little jail cells, got flipped up beds, turned around toilets and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, what is this game? You know, and experiencing this game was pretty fun, right? I played through it myself. Again, going on this path, trying to figure out this man's thought process, what is going on in his brain housing group, okay? What are we getting into? That's what I was thinking to myself. But yeah, this game has everything you're looking for like this kind of horror, sci-fi, what was that? What is it called? I can't remember the name of it, but you all know what I'm talking about. Based off of the popular book with the TV series. If I find out what it is, I'll cut back to this. But it's basically, you know, familiar spaces for some of you all in that sci-fi space. But the weapons in here are crazy. You get a lot of weapons to choose from. You get melee weapons, rocket launcher type weapons, long range weapons, shotguns, rifles, all kind of stuff up in this game, man. And I think that you all will find a weapon that you jive with the most, especially when it comes to upgrading. When you get to upgrade your weapons in here, there's a series of paths you can follow when it comes to weapon upgrading, which allows you to kind of adapt your playstyle, figure out what works for you. I think that's really cool. Plus the animations. Each weapon animation in here is crazy, and I can see how the devs, you know, Byte Barrel, put this thing together, like working through some of the animations, the developments, the explosions, the effects from, you know, hitting your enemies and whatnot, even to like the blood on the screen when you're getting hit, right? I think it feels good to shoot. It feels good to play. It feels good to run around with this thing. And for me, I just had a lot of fun. Mentioning running around, right? You have areas where it's really well thought out, just bringing back specific, periods of history, and you can really feel that for some of these layouts. I think also engaging with the enemies in these specific areas, especially if you're on hardcore mode or hard mode, I can't remember which one it is, but the hardest difficulty, you have to use your environments, man. I mean, like avoiding their shots if they're shooting at you, popping out to shoot, from cover, things of that nature is pretty cool. But if you're on easy mode or something like that, or standard or the medium play, you're gonna have a lot of fun with this game, just being able to use the weapons and things of that nature. I think also just something to step back to. The illustrations and the character designs in this game is super dope. Even, the explosion animations, how the rib cage might fall out or something crazy might pop out. I really think this is really cool stuff in this game, and I can see how all of the devs, put a lot of their time and effort into this game, just making it super dope. For me, I played through this thing for quite some time. Let me check real quick. We can also look at this and see. As I'm talking, I'll bring it up right now. We spent 24 hours. Okay, that is 24 hours over the course of a week or two, I think. But yeah, man, I was going ham on this game, man. Playing, 2 hours per day, sometimes 3 hours in a day and then skipping one day just to recover, play another 2 hours because, hey, look, I had to do a lot of stuff in my life to get it together. But we're here now. Excuse me, because my phone is going off right now. We'll fix that a little bit later. But yeah, I mean, I think that this game is pretty cool, man. Even talking about the bosses, right? If we look at the bosses themselves, you can see that there are a lot of areas in this game that have really cool boss fights. Now, I had a tough time with a few of the bosses on this level. Like, there's one boss, and I can't remember his name or that boss, but we were on a road. We were going down this road path, and the holograms of boxes and the holograms of walls kept popping up in front of us. And I mean, I think that I was playing it on hardcore mode. I want to say that was hardcore mode for me. I could be wrong, but I think shortly after that is when I stopped playing hardcore mode because I didn't have the weapon upgrades. I don't think I had everything I was supposed to have in order to complete hardcore mode. So we had to double back. But that boss was very difficult, and I think surprisingly that was the only boss that was difficult. I think all the other ones we had a interesting time with. We learned the mechanics, we learned their gimmick, and we figured out how do we get over the gimmick. Now, the last boss was a bit underwhelming. I won't hold you. I think that boss was too easy for us. Maybe we should have switched back to hardcore mode. I don't know. But by the time we got to that boss, I figured out the gimmick pretty quickly, and we were able to move through that boss to the end of the game, and we got our cutscene at the end of the game. Now, I know that regarding cutscenes specifically, and I mean the end game, right? The end game cutscene. There are different endings, right, to this game based on what you choose. Now, we only did one ending. I don't even know if that's the true ending or not. I'm not going to talk about what happened in the cutscene or the choices you make that lead to specific outcomes in the cutscene. I don't want to spoil it for you all who still haven't played it, but I will tell you, if you like a game that has really good animations, if you like a game that you can have a bunch of weapons in it, just have a good time shooting weapons, upgrading your weapons, trying out different kinds of styles for your play style, right? If you want to dive into all of that and do it in like World War II time, like with crazy weapons and ghouls running around and all that stuff, this is the game for you, especially the psychological aspect of it, just how your decisions affect everything within the game as far as the ending is concerned, right? The path you take, I think it's pretty cool. Even the way, just backing up to the way the game is set up from a level standpoint. When you're in the Asylum, right, you're able to move around freely within the Asylum. You're able to go to the kitchen. And we actually went to the kitchen and had something that was not good for us. Like, we had some kind of dish that was it was horrible. And it didn't, I think it took our health away from us. I don't know if that is some kind of Easter egg to Forgive Me, Father 1. Maybe it might be. I don't know. But we ate that and it took our health away, and I was kind of upset by that. I was like, yo, this is why is this happening to us right now? But anyway, beyond that, we walked around a little bit more, and we found a mini game area for, I think, the melee weapons that you have. We used the axe to hit the ball through the different zones to get specific points. Now, I don't know if that leads to something. I don't know if there's a leaderboard. I'm not sure about that. But what I found really cool was the ability to revisit the cells and the areas within the Asylum to go to different levels and to replay levels. It wasn't as simple as like, hey, open a menu and go down the level and try to figure it out. This was really, really cool stuff where you got to move around within the environment, and they opened up, right? So after you did the level, different sections of the Asylum opened up, including areas to the final bosses and other areas throughout the game. I think that was pretty cool stuff. But what I will say, overall, when it comes down to the weapons in the game, I think they're pretty strong. I think the ability to upgrade them is really, really nice and something you could have a lot of fun with. Again, as I mentioned before, just picking weapons that you like. The other thing is the upgrades for your individual self, right? I don't know if it's flexible enough. I want to say you only get three card choices to have, and depending on the ones you pick, it could affect your playstyle negatively, right? And maybe that might be a challenge you give yourself. But for me, I liked having power upgrades to my shots and being able to receive a round back in the chamber or not expend a round when I'm shooting, right? So that was pretty cool to kind of see how that unfolded. It was very, very, very nice to kind of experience that. It was really, really cool. The other thing I will say is when you think about the weapons you're using and the types of upgrades or cards you're applying to yourself before you go into battle, it will strengthen the type of weapon you're choosing. So if you choose an assault rifle, you might want to choose one of the cards that speeds up your reload or speeds up your rounds that you expend, right? There's all kind of cards in this thing where if you pay attention to the attribute of the card and you apply that to the weapon, it's over. Like even getting a round back in the chamber or getting a round back instead of expending one, imagine that on a rocket launcher where you're just like, boo, boo, got a round back, boo, got a round back, boo, 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 got a round back, just shooting. That could be really cool stuff. But besides that, if you think about the game in that context, right, of the attributes I'm applying to myself, combining that with the weapons can give you a pretty interesting like experience in the battle, right? And I think also with how the Asylum is set up and how the level select is set up, if you choose to play this game and then go back to the level, you at least know the enemies in the level, how it's set up, and then you can cater your playstyle to those specific levels and then increase the difficulty. Maybe there's trophies around, beating the game on difficulties or beating certain levels of difficulty, or playing through the entire game on a difficulty. I don't know how it all would work, but because I haven't experimented with that. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I have not experimented with that yet whatsoever. But I do like the ability to be a bit more flexible in this game. I think it's something that most of us will, enjoy playing. And if you like an FPS game, I think this will be one for you. But in a nutshell, man, I just want to say thank you to Fulcrum and thank you to Byte Barrel for developing this game, but Fulcrum for reaching out, maintaining contact with me to play more of their games. And if you check out the channel, you guys will see we got new Arc line on the channel. There's plenty of other games that we're slapping on this channel, man. So I just appreciate everyone being here, watching the content and just checking out, the Chill Crew, man. So yeah, with that being said, I really do hope you all like this game, want to try to play this and also enter into the contest. Again, this contest will go on for about a week. I mean, if you made it this far in the game, you'll know how long we're going to extend it. So I think that I'll do a week. No, let's do 2 weeks. We'll do 2 weeks, right? Comment, like, and subscribe. 2 weeks from the launch of this video, from me uploading this video, we will do a drawing, right? And if you have commented, like, and subscribed to the channel, you will be entered in to win a free Steam key for Forgive Me Father 2. Now, again, that's 2 weeks from now. If you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. Now you know more details about the contest. And whoever wins, I hope that you get to enjoy this game as much as you want, wherever you are in the world. So until then, Shield Crew, you know what to do. Stay cool. Peace.